Hello, everyone. Marty Chinesky here. And today is September 26th, 2022. And how do I know that? It's because it's my wife, Kim's birthday. Happy birthday, Kim.
Happy birthday.
I'm here with my good buddy, Ken Brown, and we're your hosts, the Local Sports Wrap-Up. How's your week, sir? Any luck on the football and anything good going on in life?
Yeah. I think it was a great weekend, you know.
Lions didn't win again.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me much, but they looked good, right, in the beginning.
Fun fact, everyone. Fun fact of your Detroit Lions set a new NFL record. How did they set a new NFL record, you ask?
How did they set an NFL record?
They scored 11 straight quarters starting a season. They scored a touchdown.
11 quarters in a row.
Scoring a touchdown.
Okay.
In 11 straight quarters at the beginning of a season. It had never been done before.
Wow.
Isn't that just amazing?
And they lost.
Well, they didn't have enough points. But that's a fun fact.
Yeah, that is
a
fun
factoid that now other teams will be shooting for that now that they know that record's out there.
Yeah, especially since the Lions did it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
They didn't have a whole lot of success. Here's a good segue. And our local team is not having very good success. Our scores for the week up here on the board. Lincoln Park, Trenton, we knew would take care of Lincoln Park.
28 zip over
Yes.
Lincoln
Yeah,
Park.
Southgate took care of Taylor. Southgate's pretty solid so far this year.
They're definitely winning the games that they're supposed to. 21-6 over Taylor.
And then Edsel Ford hit the 29 pool. They didn't hit it. They got beat on a 29.
They were a victim.
That was the non-league game. Woodhaven, Allen Park, 35-0. There's a shocker.
Yeah. No, it is though, right? Allen Park's usually pretty decent in football.
Yes.
35-0.
You'd think they'd have scored. And then Carlson came in here and just rolled Wyandotte. I watched some of that game on the cable channel. I enjoy George's commentary. I'll just say that. George is a good man. 51-2. What was that?
51-7.
Yeah, that's some painful stuff there. We have a few other scores. Dearborn Heights Crestwood took care of Melvindale 18-12.
Yeah. Dearborn Heights Annapolis beat Romulus 24-6.
Flat Rock 55. Milan 28.
Yeah, Milan, it's kind of disappointing for me. Yeah, they're down 55-28. That's a lot of points. Riverview beat Monroe.
St. Mary
Catholic Central is 35-14.
That's a good win for them because
Yeah.
St. Mary, the Monroe teams are usually solid.
Yeah.
That's a good win for them.
And Riverview's been on the winning side more times than not since we started this year. So
Yes, they're playing solid. New Boston Huron 48 took care of Carleton Airport 6.
the kids from the island, Grosse Ile, they beat Monroe Jefferson 29-6.
See, another good team. I mean, most times Cabrini took care of Royal Oak Shrine 23-9.
And then Summit Academy. We talked about Romulus Summit being good over the last couple of years. They lost 8-7 to Detroit Leadership Academy. 8-7.
Interesting. They can't get. That must be a big team. Bruges took on a Cleveland St. Ignatius.
Yep, that's right.
21-14. Rouge lost. Rouge, pretty good powerhouse here lately.
Yeah.
But now they're playing teams from out of state. Is it because they're not in a league? What is that all about?
I can't say. I thought they were in a league because they play. Aren't they in a? I know they're in a league, but St. Ignatius is a really good school. It's a big time program, so I'm sure they're doing that just to kind of get recruiting, not recruit. Well, just have good. Top 100 players that they have an opportunity to showcase them in different venues. I'm sure that's what that's about.
Yeah, because there's no recruiting.
No, not.
I mean, high school.
Yeah,
there's plenty.
Especially not public school.
No.
Right.
E-Course 28 and the Detroit University Prep Team 16. So another good win for E-Course.
Yeah.
So that school's doing pretty well.
But look, Marty, even though we say that there's no recruiting, right? I think that it's funny that when I lived on the east side of Detroit, that I lived like 7 Mile and Gratiot area. River Rouge and Inkster High would send buses to that area to pick up kids. And it was more so Inkster High at the time, like a kid named Devin Gardner who played quarterback at Michigan later. I know he lived in Detroit Pershing's neighborhood because I would drop my son off at the same bus stop and they would come pick him up. So no, they're not recruiting, but it's school of choice, right? So
it is now school of choice.
Send a bus 20-something miles to pick up kids to go play football or go get an education.
Absolutely. And, Wyandott's a school of choice. Allen Park's a school of choice.
Sure.
Lincoln Park's a school of choice. Woodhaven, school of choice.
You're right.
They're all, you could be living in that Carlson, Brownstown area, or maybe a little way towards Flat Rock and go to school in Woodhaven.
Yes.
Flat Rock's, right just south there on Telegraph.
You're right.
Right. And if you wanted to, let's say you were a good bowler and Woodhaven's notoriously strong and you want to have a shot at a state title, you could be, you could pick your school.
Yeah,
I'm not
increase your
sure how it
opportunity.
works. I mean, I don't know if the coach comes and says, hey, sign up for our school, or if you just have to sign up for the school yourself.
Yeah, I would think that would have to be some type of camp or somewhere for them to notice you first, right? Or the parent just being, knowledgeable about the situation and take you to the school that they think you do your best at.
I like that too. That would be the way to do it. A lot of these, back in the day now, a few years back when I first opened my store, the Allen Park Bulldogs there'd be such a waiting list for their Little League football. The spillover kids would go to Melvindale.
Gotcha.
Or they'd go to, let's say, Lincoln Park and play football there. I'm sure, I don't know, I don't stay on top of that stuff, though I did do some football work for the Allen Park Bulldogs. If it's still that way, if they're turning kids away, I think once you're in the system, you can stay in the system.
Yeah.
And if you don't ever move out, there's not that door opening for someone else to move in.
Gotcha.
You have to start them in the 7, 8-year-old group, and then it's 9, 10, 11, 12. Then it's middle school, and they're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
So, but that's the feeder system for all is the Little Leagues. Next week, here we go. Allen Park is going to take care of Etzel Ford. That's up down there. They're going to be up this week.
I got you.
You got me?
Yeah, Wyandotte actually takes on Lincoln Park for homecoming.
Yes.
So
find out who the king and queen are next week, and we'll give that a little shout out.
Yeah, and find out if we can get a dub. Right?
Yeah, that's a good opportunity, I would think. Though Lincoln Park's got to win in the league. Southgate's got to battle Gibraltar Carlson. Hopefully, I mean, they battled Woodhaven earlier in the season but didn't win. Yeah. Carlson, what's their record
Carlson's
right
5-0 in the conference.
Okay.
So that's going to be a tough one.
Taylor gets the out of the schedule game.
Yeah, they play Livonia. Is that Churchill? Taylor plays Churchill, but Livonia, I'm trying to see what their record is. Oh, Taylor, they're 1-4 in the conference.
Well, they got that win against us. Yeah, they did. Well, good luck to the Bears. The Bears. We'll see how they do.
What about we were kind of been clamoring? Oh, they got beautiful pictures down there at.
That's right. That's for homecoming.
At the stadium, yeah. We're thinking those the seniors, number 2, 88.
2023. They got the year on there. Yeah, it looks like 2023. So they're all graduating.
Oh, they got really cool cards.
Look at that pose there.
There you go. Those uniforms are sharp too, kind of looking like West Virginia.
And then we had Trenton's playing Woodhaven. There it is. And we got the what's rolling behind that? Our Bears JV volleyball.
Yeah.
The JV is rolling right along. They won a tournament last weekend.
Yeah, they beat up on Trenton.
Nice.
And then parlayed that into beating Lincoln Park, who had beat Crestwood, it looks like.
25-19 looks like the JV girls were all excited. If you don't ever win, you watch Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it's the Lions, our beloved Lions. But if you don't ever win, as when you're younger, you're not accustomed to it as you get older. And, a couple of them guys they drafted, never lost. Okay, 13-1, 12-1 in college.
Sure.
You know, winning all the time, and that's the culture you got to get here. And they're drafting these guys coming off of winning teams. Now, they didn't win, but they are looking better. And again, they're scoring. They're just, it is what it is. They're going to second guess the coach forever. And he apologized for trying the field goal and 4th and 4. What do you do? And the time to kick the field goal was the series before when they were on the 30.
Yeah.
Go up 6, but there was more time left.
But with that theory about gelling and winning programs, do you think it's per team though? So if I leave Ferris State University and we learn to win together and we won 13 games our senior year or whatever it was, 12 our junior year, we learned as a team to win together. Don't you think there's some more time for even now you come to the Lions and I come to the Lions? We got to learn to win together as the Lions, not bringing that bulldog mentality with us.
But it's in your culture. Because you've been winning, you can bring that to the thing. It's where my brain's
I got you.
at.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I like that.
We're on the volleyball roll. There was a big match last week. Woodhaven and Allen Park, always the top 2 powers in the Downriver League. And after dropping the first set on Thursday, there's a little bit of our Bears. We'll talk right over them Bears. The JV, though, it is more interesting game. The varsity game gets a little more violent. They dropped the first set, Allen Park did, and came out of the second set winning 13 of the top 14. And then it appeared the 2 strong Downriver League teams would need at least 4 sets after they come out leading 13-1 after dropping the first set. Not to be, though. The Woodhaven Warriors came back.
SF4 did a good job of stepping to the ball. They did things well, Coach Bailey said. We didn't play that kind of game. Is it? All right, go ahead. You take.
Yeah, so then let's see. They came back and the Warriors took them down 3-0. They want to beat them 3-0 after being down 13-1. They're the reigning Downriver League champs. They're 4-0, and the Allen Park Jags dropped to 2-1 in the Downriver League. And it was a battle. And from what I read in the article, both teams had strong student sections at the game. You know.
Oh yeah.
They didn't have to clear the gymnasium like they did the football field the last game you went to. But, yes, it was.
So it was heated in the stands.
Yes, yeah, well, loud on either end.
I got you.
Loud on either end. And the game was in Woodhaven. Allen Park goes up 13-1. You got to feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
And then Woodhaven rolls off 6 points, gets it to 13-6.
All right.
AP gets a point.
Boom.
And then Woodhaven rolls off 7 more. Now we're tied. All of a sudden, it's 17-16. Allen Park stayed ahead by a point till it got to 21. Then it was 21-21, 22-22, 23-23, 24-24. Then Woodhaven got 2 in a row and stole that second set.
That crushed them. That crushed them.
And even the third set was 10-10 at one point. And then Woodhaven ran off 5 in a row and never looked back.
Yeah.
Won the third set. When they win the third set? Yeah, 25-20. So they're going to meet again. They're going to meet again in Allen Park, obviously later in the season.
Yeah.
And,
but I would think that you're right, that Woodhaven will have the psychological advantage. They come back, and then they make runs of 7 and 8 at a time. That's tough to come back from, man.
I read the coach says, wasn't it that last week we talked about that coach talking about we're trying to work on being down and not losing composure, just keep playing. And I guess it works. In volleyball, it's some of the college volleyball is on right now on the Big Ten network. I've been, I'm a flicker. I can't sit still and watch one thing. The college game's an interesting game in itself. They played at packed stadiums, man.
Yeah.
They played, and a lot of those stadiums are the old basketball courts that they used to play it in the Big Ten.
Sure.
They built a new Chrysler Arena.
I know
They
you
give the girls the little one.
I know what you're talking about.
It's about 10
yeah,
grand.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? And that's really, they never tore them down. They just let them all play in those.
And it makes sense.
Oh, it's cool. They get loud. They get crazy. They got cheerleaders. It's crazy, and they can battle. You know, Minnesota's pretty solid in the Big Ten. Who else is solid? I think Nebraska's really solid in the Big Ten.
I bet you Michigan's good too.
Michigan's pretty solid too. Yes. State's in the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
They're a 500 team. Michigan was up there pretty good too. They're pretty good in everything.
Yeah. Looked like it this weekend, that's for sure.
Yes. Good football game for them. The guy ran for 200 yards. Now we'll go to boys soccer because two of the best downriver teams played last week. First of two likely meetings. And I will say this, it was Woodhaven again. Woodhaven and Edsel Ford. And
4-0.
4-0, yes. Three of the goals were on penalty kicks.
And is that similar to hockey? Do you have to get tackled? I'm trying to figure out how you get a penalty kick in soccer. Are you running and you're loose and then they trip you? And
what
slide?
little I know about soccer is if the infraction happens in the box.
Okay.
And you get tripped or tackled or pushed from behind or headlocked or whatever.
I got you.
You know.
Yeah.
Then you do the belly flop. You do the belly flop when you're out front. That's the first part.
Okay.
And then you act like you just got shot.
And do you have to be in the act of kicking, I wonder?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Just moving with the ball. And we're just kidding, okay?
Yeah, we're just
Soccer
talking.
gets a bad rap. That's a pretty physical game.
Definitely.
But then that's when they put the ball right in the middle, penalty kick, and it should be a goal.
And that's tough. Yeah, that's tough for the goalie to try to defend all that area at the same time.
So it was only the second time the T-Birds in the last 10 meetings that they beat Woodhaven. They beat Woodhaven 4-0. And since joining the league in 2018, those two wins, however, have come the last 4 times.
And the other game was 22-1 in the district game in 2020 state playoffs.
Nice.
The T-Birds actually are 10-2, 5-0 in the Downriver League, and Woodhaven are 8-3-1, and they're 5-1 in the Downriver League. Overall, he was pretty pleased. SO4 coach Hussein Baudin said, "The flow of the game was definitely very odd with all the stoppages and penalties, although I do think the penalties were a result of pressure we put on them offensively."
Yeah, I agree with that. If you're pressing, what we talk about in basketball, if you're constantly pressing, you're going to get into foul trouble.
Yeah.
If you're constantly on the ball. A buddy of mine in California never coached soccer in his life, but his kids were growing up and soccer was big out there. He had moved out there with his company, and so he knew all about basketball. He played varsity basketball. He got a book from the library, read a little bit about it, and then started just coaching like they were pressing, and winning and all that stuff. And Baydoun says that they know Woodhaven's the class of the league. You can't, if you don't beat them, you're not going anywhere. Yeah. And so that they were very happy that they, took care of business against Woodhaven.
I think more sports should take Baydoun's mindset, that he knows that they're the class of the league and we want to go at Woodhaven hard. Like try to do the stuff that they're not good at defending, whether it's in soccer and you're pressing, in basketball if you're zoning, pressing, whatever their strength is, you want to try to combat it if they're the ones that's always winning the league.
Yeah,
I like how he said that.
I didn't win a league title with the girls till we beat them. We had to beat them. And they had won 4 or 5 league titles in a row.
Wow.
Until we beat them, we couldn't win. Yeah. So that worked out.
And that's why Ms. Barb hates when we say Woodhaven.
Oh, yeah. Woodhaven. The game took a while. It was 26 minutes before they got a score. Obviously on a free kick, penalty kick. The shot was taken, but then, a kid drew a penalty right in the box, and that was the first of 3. And what's the kid's name? It is Hassan Atuli.
Yeah.
He had 2 of them.
Yeah, after you make one, I'm sure you're kind of the designated penalty kicker.
I wonder if you could just. Oh yeah, because they brought the goalie up the other game, Edsel Ford against Wyandotte, right?
Yeah, I think you
Yeah,
can.
so you can let anyone take it.
Atuli, who's the senior captain, was able to cash in and put the hosts up 1-0. The score held true going into halftime. The T-Birds further distanced themselves away from the four-time reigning league champ in the 52nd minute. So it took them 26 additional minutes to score again. Wow.
It's then you give credit to the Woodhaven coach. They interview the Woodhaven coach afterwards. He says, they did a good job stepping to the ball. They did a lot of things well. He said, we didn't play the kind of game we needed to. We keep playing on the sidelines, get stuck on one side of the field, going to have some problems, And then he said, we've been good about using the whole field, and they didn't. And that was their downfall. It's a big field.
Yeah.
Move the ball around. And they know. The T-Birds, they sit in the driver's seat now. They beat the best team. If you can win out, so they have another meeting. If you can win out, you're going to be the first. It will be their, it'll be their first Downriver League soccer title.
For Edsel Ford?
If they can hold out.
They've only been in the league since 2018.
Nice.
All right. Okay.
Their next game's at Gibraltar Carlson. They're no slouch either.
Yeah. They better not bring that football gang over there.
That's right.
They'll be in trouble.
Take good care of them.
Yeah.
What else we got over there? Anything good?
Yeah, fun for seniors.
Right up my alley.
Yeah,
You're almost there.
Yeah, I think I'm chasing it. All right. It's at the Copeland Center, which is actually on 2306 4th Street here in Wyandotte. They're going to play cards.
What kind of cards?
They drop in on Mondays, and you could play euchre from noon to 3. Drop in basis on the first and third Monday. You can play canasta. You pretty good at canasta?
I don't even know how to play canasta.
12. We're going to have lessons on here next show. 12 to 3, they're going to play canasta. And then if you're on Thursday, if you're available, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., you can come play bridge. Do you know how to play bridge?
No. I can play poker.
Okay. I bet you these are some variation, but if you think about when we were kids, that's what the Honeymooners were playing, or Ricky and Lucy on television. They'd be going, we're about to play bridge. We're about to play.
I'll say this about, euchre's a fun game. We used to play that all the time.
What's it similar to?
What's it similar to?
Yeah,
it's
Tonk.
Similar. Played that game at the mill. All the guys like to play that game.
It's quick. It's quick money game.
Money.
Yeah,
take your money in a hurry. I got out of that mess. I was young and dumb.
Yeah, you gotta get out of there.
But euchre, I don't know. There's 4 suits. You only have the face cards.
I got you.
And the second suit, like if hearts is trump, then the diamond of jacks is the second highest card.
Got you.
So it's a really, if you could pick it up in 10 minutes, you could learn how to play it.
All right. Maybe at the socials on Tuesday. It's a social thing. Tuesdays at 10 a.m. to 3 over at the Copeland Center. 10 to 3. They do bingo on Wednesdays from 12 to 3. And then the thing that you wouldn't want to miss, Mr. Martin, aerobics. Drop in aerobics.
Drop in aerobics.
$2 a person.
I got that physique. I'll say this. The day I retire, I'll do a lot more.
Yeah.
I work a lot. I don't mind working, but tomorrow starts my vacation. Can't wait. Me and Kimmy are going to California.
Woo, California.
Going to a music festival. Happy birthday, Kimmy. I'll say it again. While we got a few minutes here, let's talk about the chase to 61. What about Mr. Jones?
No, Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron
Judge. I knew you'd know.
Yes. I think that Aaron Judge.
He's so big. He's so
like 6'7", 280.
Right.
Right. But I think he's like the best thing for sports. Period. And I say that because he bet on himself. They wouldn't sign him to the $400 million contract like all of the other sluggers that he thought he deserved. Now he is 30 years old, but he's only been playing 5 years. He bet on himself. He didn't get the big contract. So what he did is he earned it. He comes out and he hits 60 home runs, 125 RBIs.
He's gonna get a big
most
one
in the
now.
American League. Yeah. No, the Yankees they're eating crow. and I love it. It's like,
And he may
you know,
stay there. He may stay there.
I think he will.
'Cause
They're
they
going
got all
to
the
be able to
money.
pay him the most.
Right.
The other one, Lamar Jackson for the Ravens, he doesn't have a contract right now, and he's betting on himself. I think he's got 7 touchdowns, rushed for 100 yards in both weeks, the last 2 weeks, and he's got 7 touchdowns. Man, come on. They're betting on themselves. I love it.
Right.
Get
That's
that
the
money.
way to do it.
Yeah.
He's obviously going to get to 61 because he hits pop-ups and miss-hits balls, and they go 350 feet.
But
you know?
the other day, he took the lead in the batting average.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's batting 317. He's got
that
60
low this year?
Yeah, that's the highest average is around 317. I know he's at 317. I saw it come across my phone when he did it. And so he had 2 legs of like
Triple Crown.
Triple Crown.
Where's he sitting with RBIs?
I don't know. I knew he had 127. I'm not sure who has more.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know.
because Miggy ended up, just in like the last week, he got all those.
Yeah. And I wonder where they pitch to him. And I love it. Like Judge bats first or second every time.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not
Get him
because
that
he's
extra then.
get him that extra swing. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, when I was coaching, I had 17 kids on my roster. The very best kid had to bat first.
Yeah.
Because you had to bat everybody. What? So you got 2 kids that can hit, somebody that can't. 2 kids that can hit, somebody,
She
all
can
the way-
bunt. Yeah, I got you.
No, this is the boys.
Boys.
They took that away. Well, as we got to wrap up, I'll be gone for a week. Ken will be getting all our information. And again, happy birthday to my lovely wife, Kimmy. She loves this time of year when it's her birthday. We're going to go where it's a steady 80 to 75 degrees for a week.
Enjoy it. Man.
Go visit the mouse one day. We're going to do the mouse thing. And otherwise, we're going to lay by the beach and listen to good music on a music festival right on the beach.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It'll
man.
be great.
No, enjoy
Nothing
it.
like a $14 cocktail.
You
You
better
know,
bring
in
your own.
California. I'm Marty Chinesky. This is Mr. Ken Brown, and we are your hosts of the Local Sports Wrap Up. We will see you again next week. Have a good week, everyone, and go Bears. Let's get that homecoming victory.